Wow. Oh, I was late this time. Welcome back to another episode. Tonight, this time, it will be the Big 12, which who knows how long it'll last, but the Big 12 for now. I'm going to start with Baylor, and now I send it to Stravinsky. Over under time.
Over under win totals. I don't know much about Baylor. The defending college basketball national champions. I don't know if they're good in football though. I'm gonna give them an over under of 5.5 in the mid.
Baylor obviously that one year had a absolutely amazing year, broke out onto the scene, competed with Oklahoma, just fell short. They had an incredible year that year, though. I think they just came up short against Georgia in the bowl game. It seems like Georgia in the bowl games always plays like the team that just breaks out into the scene. They played Texas when they showed up out of nowhere. They played Baylor when they showed up out of nowhere. They played Cincinnati when they sprouted up out of the dust. Why is it Georgia keeps playing all the random teams that just burst out for the season?
And he's winning too.
Yeah.
they're just like, oh, that's cute.
Yeah, that's cute. We'll wipe you out now.
I'm just gonna say that I don't know. I'm gonna give them over. I'm gonna give them 6. I mean, I think they'll win their first 3 games against Texas State, Texas Southern, and then Kansas is a free win to anybody. And then even like Texas Tech at home, they can probably win. West Virginia at home, they can probably win. I might be completely wrong. Taylor might just take. You guys tell me. Don't tell me. I'm gonna go 6. I think they can safely hit 6.
I will have to agree with you there. I'll say same thing. I will go with Baylor. 6 wins. I think they sneak into a bowl game. Now they could go 5, and they might even go 7. There's a wide range that they can go in, but I'll go straight in the middle. I'll say 500 is a fair assumption for Baylor.
Iowa State number 7. Over under 9.5.
Iowa State still has Brock Purdy. I know they do have Brock Purdy. So
and Bryce Hall, right? Brees Hall?
Yeah, Brees Hall, they have him as well. So I think Iowa State is overrated. But I guess I'll still give them 9 wins. I think they'll get to 9. Iowa's going to be a hard game for them. Texas, Oklahoma are both really hard games as well. So I'll say 9 for Iowa State.
I think I'll give them 10. I think the fact that they're at Oklahoma State is not good for them. I think they're not Oklahoma State, Oklahoma. At Oklahoma's hard, but then I think at home against Iowa and at home against Texas, they'll be hard games. Don't get me wrong, but I think they can both of them. And then I think there's just whether it's Texas or Iowa or some other team along the way that they just trip up against. I think 9 is safe, but I think I'll give this team the benefit of the doubt. I think I'll give them 10. It could be. Kansas over under 0.5.
Well, they go 0 and 12. Oh, they actually might.
Over. I'm gonna give them 1.
They'll beat South Dakota. They'll beat South Dakota.
Maybe. It's Kansas. You never truly know with Kansas. They're not conference. They have to play Coastal Carolina.
Why do they play Coastal Carolina?
It's like one of the worst non-conference teams to play. Coastal Carolina's like, we wanted to play a Power 5 team, not Kansas. That's way too easy. I give them the benefit of the doubt. I give them 1 win. I wouldn't be surprised if they let them this stuff. Just because it's Kansas. Kansas basketball season is only like 4 months away, so don't worry.
And there's an old college football game that I play. It's College Football 2005, and every time that you'd go to Duke Stadium for football, one of the little scenes they'll have for fans is a giant banner. Even after a good play, it's hilarious. Even after a good play, they'll hold a banner out on the side and it says, "When does basketball season start?"
So realistic though, like you see that at like Indiana and Kansas and Duke. You see it all. Yeah. Okay. Kansas State over under 5.5.
Hard to say. I think they are either 5 wins or 6 wins.
I think I'm going to go under.
I'll say 5.
Safely, I'm 5. I think I'm going to go under 2, safely 5. I don't think I'm going to go any higher. You could get 6, but I think we're going to go 5. Oklahoma, over, under 10.5.
For the Sooners, they might go undefeated. I say 12-0.
I think either undefeated or 11. I think they might trip up against either Texas or Iowa State, but they got both of them at home. That's the big thing.
Well, Texas-Oklahoma is a neutral site, Cotton Bowl.
Neutral site. But I still think, honestly, Oklahoma could probably.
I say Oklahoma can easily beat all these teams. I think they go 12-0.
But there's always it's Oklahoma. There's always the chance that they trip up to a Kansas State or something.
Or even Oklahoma State for some reason.
That's an Oklahoma thing to do. So I'll give them 11 safely, but I'm pretty sure they'll be 12. Oklahoma State over under 7.5.
I'll say over. I'll say 8.
I think 8 too. Let's see. Oklahoma's probably lost. Iowa State and Texas on the road are not great, and then they'll probably trip up in a game like West Virginia, maybe even at Boise State.
Boise State and Tulsa's not a bad team either, so that's an interesting one.
Yeah, but they also got Tulsa at home, so that's probably not too bad. But at Boise State could be a trip up game. But I think 8 or 9 probably. All right, TCU over under 4.5.
I'll say over. I'll say 5.
Let's see. West Virginia they could win. Baylor they could win. Kansas is a free win. The Quints they would win.
They can. It's just like all the other Big 12 teams. They might go 5-7 or 6-6. Is one of the two. I think they might go 5 though.
They have a free win against Kansas, so
the entire Big 12 has a free win against Kansas.
That's true. All right, Texas over under 8.5.
For the Longhorns, UL Lafayette, also known as Louisiana, is an interesting game right off the bat. Arkansas is also an interesting game, believe it or not, as it is a road game. So
I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go 9 or 10.
Yeah, I say solidly 9. I don't think they go above that. I don't think they go below that. I think they solidly get 9. Maybe 8, but I'll say 9.
I think their ceiling is 11 wins and their floor is like 7. Maybe 11 is pushing it, but that's like I said, that's like their ultimate ceiling. Texas Tech over under 5.5.
I say under. I'll say maybe even 4.
4, maybe even 3. Let's see. They beat Stephen Boston, maybe at 5. They beat Kansas. I'll probably say 4.
Yeah, they're not. Houston in their non-conference schedule is a little rough.
And then our last team, West Virginia. West Virginia. Over under 5.5.
I'll say over. I'll say 7. I think they go 7-5.
I'll say over and go 6. They got an interesting non-conference at Maryland, Virginia Tech. So I think probably 6. And that was the Big 12. There's only 10 teams in the Big 12, and pretty much all of them are in the exact same range. So that was a really easy video to do. Yeah,
kind of like the ACC, where everybody's in the exact same range, not named Clemson.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. He's got enough further ado.
So, yes, like I do in every video now, as I'll be doing all the time. So, if you want to see the latest video, click right above me. They'll be right there. If you want to see our other college football episodes, they'll all be above Cervensky, right in the middle. You can subscribe to the channel, like, share, everything. Other than that, that is all for us. We will see you in the next conference video. Adios.
Like, subscribe.